My name is Stephanie Arabasian. I was a biomedical science pre-health major, and I got a minor in science and technology studies. I graduated in 2015, May 23rd, woot woot. And I took a little bit of time off, but I'm applying to medical school now. Some highlights from my undergrad career, being that I did attend Tandon when it was still Polytechnic. I was able to play on the women's soccer team and really participate in athletics, which I really feel helped me create the ability to not only be a leader, but understand how to work in a team, which was further explored and expedited through my experiences in BMS. The lab work I found was incredibly useful when doing research in my senior year. It actually helped me get a position with a professor in this university, and together we are applying for a patent right now. So it's really exciting to know that the work you do put in as an undergrad does come back around, and it really will help you in your future careers, whether it be physical therapy or medical school or dental school, or even industry and research. Really being able to get a hands-on experience and have that one-on-one connection with your professors really helps you mature as an individual, but at the same time learn more about yourself. And if hands-on isn't your thing, then there's humanities courses where you can let your philosophical side fly. Or, I don't know, the possibilities are really endless, and that's what I liked about a BMS program. You had a couple required courses, and those courses, hey, when they're hard, but they make you sit down and focus, and it's a lot different than some other majors where you're in a huge lecture hall with 300 kids. I took some classes at main campus just to see the difference between what that 30-to-1 versus 100-to-1 difference made, and it was exponential. Those classes I took at the square, I didn't really know my professor personally, so you have to make more of an effort, stay after class and ask them questions about the topics, try to get them to explain it to you, show them that you have a genuine interest in what you're learning. Whereas in the BMS program, in the courses I took here, conversation came naturally. You knew what the professors wanted. You heard their own personal stories and the way that they integrated what they learned in their own lives, which in turn helps you internalize the material, better remember it, and apply it. It's at the end of the day, what you're doing is really learning to apply what you learned, and that's what employers are going to be looking for. Did you learn something properly? Do you know it? Can you explain it to someone who doesn't care? And if you can, you've truly mastered what you're learning and what you're doing here. I took a microbiology course junior year spring, and my group wasn't really helping me out too much on our group project, so I reached out to the professor and I said, hey, are there any times that I can come after get ahead on this project, or what do you recommend that I do in this given situation? And he was incredibly helpful and really supportive, and in coming after class, in his other classes, I got to meet some other BMS students. I got to meet other grad students because he was also teaching genetic engineering, and I got to have a better appreciation for what he does as a professor. We even had a couple conversations about his family and what he does when he's not at school, so it really shows that your professors are humans and they really do care and they do have a life, so respect them and treat them like you would your friends, because they just want to help you succeed. They just want to see you do well. I ended up doing really well in that class too, so that was a bliss. One piece of information I wish I had when I was going through the BMS program was meditate. I can't stress how important it is to just sit down with your own thoughts, organize them, and just reassure yourself. I know a lot of you might be wanting to go into a medical career and you're really looking forward to being a doctor. I can tell you, as someone who has been both an athlete, has been through physical therapy for a torn ACL, and is now applying to med school, one of the biggest gifts you can give yourself is self-respect. And I learned that through quite literally like sitting down and meditating, or going to the gym and lifting as much as possible, just to really let that excess energy go. You're gonna get overwhelmed, and there are times when you're gonna need an outlet. And the best way you're gonna get to that is what I found for me worked was quite literally just sitting down and saying, hey, so this is what I learned, this is what I did, how can I improve? Let's clear my mind for a second or two, white noise, and you're enough. You're gonna make it, you're gonna do well.